Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tail of the tape. And here is NigelBenn. He comes in at 177 centimeters tall with a 185 centimeter reach. And he'll be facing Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man. 6 foot tall with a reach of 74 inches.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this.
It's NigelBenn, the Dark Destroyer, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight fights out of London, England. Here comes the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight. And there's the bell to start the round. Miss with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He misses with that jab. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny skies.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire, Tom. They're on fire in the ring.
They're both trying for a knockout. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
Just don't let him get that confidence back. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on. Look across at him. Look at him now. He's absolutely shattered on that stool. Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now that in the first minute of this next...
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now in this first...
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
Just working behind the jab and then let your shots go. Don't let...
Mate, he's shattered. Come on. Look across at him. Look at him now.
Just keep on top of him. Don't let him take back the...
The referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Mate, he's knackered. Just keep on...
Keep whacking him to the body. Keep taking away that air. And every time you see him take a big deep breath...
They ring the bell and here we go. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO. NigelBenn has been rocked. He settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And another hook to the body stool. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Catch and shoot. And he scores with the counter. Left hook just missed. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. That uppercut just missed.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Timing beats speed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Look across at him. Look at him now.
Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him, mate.
It's so important now in this first minute of the next round that you get on.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered. Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now that in the first minute of this next round.
And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. Just misses with that uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Just misses with that uppercut.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Jab misses. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Jacobs.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Missing with the left hook. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The Dark Destroyer, get out of this dark place. He settled back in, but needs to play. Oh no! NigelBenn in big trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? As he weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
They are going to surrender. No mas. That will do it. They want no more.
They don't like that. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a fighter.
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds.